what's going on? Kate McShay here, coming to you from my home office in Vancouver, Washington, and I hope that you are having a great morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're watching this. So what I wanted to do today is what I told you I was going to do in the titles. I was going to give you 4 words, just 4 words, that will up your conversion rate in getting someone to look at your business opportunity or whatever you have to offer, whether it's through a webinar, a link, a invitation-only thing, outside at a pizza place or, coffee shop, or if it's an article, if it's, a sample that you're trying to get people to test out. I am going to give you 4 words that you can use that will up people in saying yes. All right, and it's going to make it a little bit more easier, comfortable for you to use it. And it's just going to feel smooth, it's going to feel fluid, and it's just great. So the 4 words that I got are from Eric Worre's book, Go Pro. And these 4 words happen in the second skill. And the second skill is inviting prospects to understand your product or your opportunity. And the reason why I'm sharing with you these 4 words is because most people that I talk to struggle with, they build rapport with the person that they're either talking with face-to-face, over the phone, on the internet, anything like that. And then when it's time to ask them to look into their business opportunity, they struggle with finding the words or the right way to actually say it. I hear that a lot. Kate, help me. What should I say when I want somebody to, when I want someone to look into my business opportunity? I don't know what to say. I get stuck. Well, one of the biggest problems with that is that you lose your posture and you lose your power. And so people can see right into that. Also, if you stick too closely to a script, what happens is you sound like a robot and people, again, can see through that. And if you're not strong enough with what you're asking them to do, then again, they're going to, see that you don't really believe in what you're doing. And so again, they're probably going to say no. So these 4 words will definitely up the opportunity and the chance for them to say yes. And it will make you feel a lot more comfortable with asking. So the 4 words, and then I will explain the reason as to why these 4 words are wonderful, it's if I, hope you can read this, would you. Okay? Now, if you've heard this already, then that's great. And if I encourage you, if you're making 10, 20, 30, 40K a month, then you don't have to stick with this video. You already know the value of it, and you're probably teaching your teammates it already. But if you're not making 10, 20, 30, 40K a month, then just stick with me because you may utilize this phrase, but do you teach it to your teammates? And could you learn a teeny tiny little nugget of a better way to explain it to your teammates or to somebody else that is not necessarily in your team, but somebody that you network with and someone that you could just, you could offer this as a little bit of extra help with them. So stick with me because number 4 is something that I'm going to leave out for right now, and it's, one of the best things that happens when you use these 4 words. So I'm going to give you some examples from Eric's book. Again, it's Eric Worre's book, Go Pro. And I'm just going to give you some examples, and I just want you to listen in because you'll see how it's really powerful by just incorporating these 4 words into the way that you ask someone to check out your product or your business opportunity. So his examples are, if I gave you a magazine or some other printed material, would you read it? If I gave you a link to a website with a complete presentation, would you check it out? If I invited you to a special invitation-only webinar, would you attend? If I invited you to a special invitation-only conference call, would you listen in? A couple of other ones I was thinking about are, if I gave you a sample of our products, would you try them out? If I gave you an invitation to our special invitation-only event at Giordano's Pizza, would you come? If I gave you a link to show you how you could generate 10, 20, 30, 40 leads a day for your business, would you check that link out? So just using the if I, filling in whatever you feel like is appropriate for whatever you're trying to get them to watch, see, taste, feel, read, and then would you check it out? Would you come? Would you attend? Would you try it? is really all you need to do. So you use if I, would you, and then you fill in the rest with what fits with your business or your opportunity or your product, whatever you're trying to get them to do. So these are the reasons why these 4 words are so powerful. So let me kind of go through this. They're reciprocal. And what that means is that if I am doing something for someone and I ask them to do something in turn, they're more likely going to do it. Because human nature tells us that if someone does something for somebody else, they want to do something in return. Okay? So if I blank, 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 would you attend? Would you come? Would you watch this? Would you, share it with your friends? I mean, you don't even have to do it with your prospects. If I gave you a video to watch, would you share it with your friends if it gave you value? Yes, that's great. It's reciprocal. So you're doing something for them, and then in turn they want to do something for you back. It gives you a source of power, okay? It gives you the value of exchange. Rather than having to beg someone to try your products or tell them that you're going to give them a link through their email, it's offering this sense of power that you value their time, and in turn they can value your time by that exchange. Okay, again, if I, would you. It's reciprocal. But it gives you a power as opposed to you looking like you're begging them or you're asking them or you're telling them that they have to check this stuff out because it's awesome, amazing, blah, 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 all those things that people always say. Rather, by using these 4 words, you just create this sense of power that makes them realize that, number 3, you have value to offer. And because you value what you're going to share with them, but again, you're not going to share it with them unless they say they're going to do something in return, it adds this extra oomph to whatever you're going to share with them. So if they know that you value what you have to offer, but the only way that you will give it to them is if they give something back to you, so whether it's their time, whether it's their feedback, or whether it's a follow-up call, that what you're going to share with them has got to be pretty powerful. So you see how they can all kind of go together? And the third thing that's super important is that more often than not, these 4 words lead to a yes. Now, if you ask this, if I sent you a link to a complete presentation that I have, would you watch it? And they say no, then let that call go, let that meeting go, and just, get off as kindly and respectfully as you can, and then move on to the next one. Because if someone's telling you no to this, that's pretty much telling you that there's no reason for you to try and follow up with them because they're not going to watch it, or they're not going to try your products, or they're not going to refer to their friends. So you're looking for yeses. If I, would you is really geared towards people saying yes. And when you're prospecting, something you should know is that you're going to try and get your prospect to say yes 5 to 7 times. That is the best way to get somebody to get into looking into your business opportunity, scheduling a follow-up. So this is just one of the ways of getting your prospect into saying yes. And then there are many more things that Eric goes into his book that you need to do afterwards to continue those yeses coming, to confirming different things. So that's why I highly suggest that you check it out. But again, these 4 words alone, if you use them and you start testing them out, do them with your teammates. If you guys are making, 25, 50 calls a day, then compare your results on if you use this phrase, if I, would you, and see how it works for you. If you feel like it doesn't work, that's fine, but I really strongly feel like if you start utilizing this phrase, you're going to start to see a difference in the amount of people that say yes to showing them whatever you have to offer and then getting a follow-up with them. All right? So if this gave you value, please comment below. Share any feedback that you have. Share this video. Google Plus it. Whatever you think will get it out to the masses if you feel like it really, really gave you some value. So again, use those 4 words, if I, would you, and let me know what happens. So take care, have a good day, and come back to visit soon.